One of the most exciting things I've seen is in India. There are solar microgrids in northern India which are providing electricity, so basic electricity in terms of lighting and mobile phone charging, to clusters of households from about 30 households onwards.
We have a unique opportunity in terms of how we deal with the introduction of renewables, how we deal with the introduction of off-grid solutions for rural communities, in accelerating access to energy, and complement that obviously with the large grid installations and large renewable installations. Now, as we do this, we must make sure we do this in an efficient way and teach and educate people around the use of energy, because I think that will make a big difference going forward.
I think the change both in the technology and the cost of the technology is the most exciting factor. Renewables costs have come down, particularly wind and solar, and as a result, the reach of renewables is increasing, the investments in renewables are increasing, and we're very optimistic that this would go a long way forward in meeting the objectives not only for SE4ALL, but also addressing some of the key issues related to climate change and environment.
Well, besides solar lights, which I've got to say have had good coverage here, but the thing that really interests me is the next step on, and that's home systems and mini-grids. I'm really interested in those are the next steps from solar lights.
I would say this space that we're working in, which is essentially lease-to-own or pay-as-you-go solar, opens up the possibility of somebody who's making $2 to $10 a day to afford a kerosene replacing LED light, a solar panel, battery, and has all sorts of benefits from obviously lighting, but also health impacts, charging cell phones, running small businesses. It's pretty fantastic.
For us, all the solutions are good provided they bring health benefits, and we are convinced that if at the household level we can improve the access to clean energy, if we can provide women with better clean cookstoves devices, if we can create a better environment at the household level and reduce their pollution, that will be fantastic.
You know, a lot of the really great progress happens when you get different people at different levels lined up. So if you look at some of the countries that have done particularly well, and Nicaragua comes to mind, it's because they made a concerted effort at the federal, national, local levels to put in stable policy environments. Because the genius of Sustainable Energy for All is realizing that we're not going to get there without the private sector. But the private sector will not engage unless they have a stable investment environment.
Now, from a technical perspective, of course, the most inspiring one, in my view, is what is happening with LED lighting. So becoming smarter, more dynamic, all kinds of atmosphere you can create, the connected nature, allowing, let's say, light on demand when you need it and not when you don't need it, maximizing energy savings. But most of all, you also see there that cities become safer. The working environment becomes more productive without having to work harder. Your homes become more comfortable.